financially fucked up situations. I'm tired of sitting over here with more responsibility than what I mentally feel like I should be taking on. I'm sick of my own shit. The remedy lies in your choices. It doesn't lie in you swapping or mimicking people. It doesn't lie in you going over here and copying and pretending like you fit with them when you don't. It don't lie in you copying your dog or trying to do what you see somebody else do just for the sake of you feeling better in the moment. It requires you to be genuine. That the stuff I got going on with me, my health, my wealth, my family unit, my mindset, the way that I view all of this shit, my discipline level, how I go about life, the type of people I'm around, the resources I do and don't have. All of that is a reflection of my choices. And some of the shit originate from generational curses. But once you become grown, you don't get to sit up and just cry about it. You got to do something about it. As you point the shit out, you got to be sick of your own shit that stem from the shit of those that raised you enough to want to change it. Y'all ain't tired of y'all own shit yet. Because see, when you get tired of your own shit, you willing to start educating yourself. You willing to put yourself out there and get uncomfortable. Some of y'all, you still in a space where all you concerned about is being comfortable. That's why when you get emotional or you realize you feel some type of way, you retreat. But see, that's not how you fight demons. That's not how you make change. That's not how you grow. Growth doesn't come from being comfortable. Growth comes from getting uncomfortable. The moments where you feel stupid, the times where you feel embarrassed, these situations where you realize I don't know everything, the arguments and fights that you realize I was actually wrong. These are the things that will help you grow. When you learn to embrace these as much as you embrace the times that you're right or stuff is comfortable, this is when you will level up mentally, physically, and emotionally. This is me breaking down accountability to y'all. A lot of y'all, you not sick of your own shit. And I'm here to tell y'all, receive it into your heart. You don't get to blame us for how the fuck your life look. If you got too many kids and you stressed out because you ain't getting enough help, that's your own fault. That's based on your choices. I don't give a fuck what you tell yourself about who was involved in it. It's your life. Look at it. They're your children. Look at where you live. You chose that space, whether it's because you didn't have X amount of money or you did. Doesn't make a difference. You did it. As soon as you realize that, you'll realize you can fix it. If you're on a job or in a career path where you feel like, damn, I don't like this, or I want to make more, or I want to do better, it's on you to apply yourself. Stuff don't just get better overnight. That's just the shit they tell y'all on the internet when they post what they want to post. I'm here to tell y'all, stuff do not happen overnight. And see, the idea is y'all don't realize y'all chasing nowadays instant success, and you don't understand a lot of times it's missing the character. So you get to the bag quick and then lose it. You get around some people that they look good and then you realize nothing on the inside of them, nothing with their character is actually good. That's why a lot of y'all end up in situations where your choices landed you broke, raped, robbed, pillaged, fucked over. It comes from, yet again, you trying to get instant gratification instead of realizing discipline and setting my life up where I realize my choices today are going to reflect how my life looks 1 to 3 years forward from this. Y'all don't like to get uncomfortable. That's a problem. Y'all don't like to be uncomfortable. It fucks up your growth. Y'all don't like to be uncomfortable. So it puts you in a situation where you don't realize, if I don't change my willingness to not just sit in some shit that's fitting with how I used to be, I'll never be a new me. And this is just a fact. When you understand what I'm explaining, it becomes second nature. Like, it becomes automatic. It becomes something you want to do. When we talk about admitting you wrong, changing your old ways, looking at your family and your behavioral patterns from childhood and understanding that some of this stuff is not right. Some of these things don't align with how I want my life to look. Some of the stuff I'm doing, I got it from some damaged or toxic people. And it's uncomfortable to say this about the people that raised you. This is a part of being uncomfortable, which is a part of growth. If you're not willing to admit to yourself that, okay, my old girl didn't get everything right. Like, there were some things she taught me that are comfortable to say this though. So if you not willing to get uncomfortable, you're why most people get depressed And see, on our people, depression looks like attitude, aggravation, anxiety. Y'all don't even realize that. Like the textbook depression, that if you go to therapy with some older white therapist that's, you know, sitting in a session just trying to keep you talking to be able to get your money, right? If you go to those type of therapy sessions, you will get therapy from a space of, you know, the advice or the words are going to hit a wall. Because with our people, with urban people, with people that grew up in poverty, this shit looks a little bit different because we're taught to cope with, you know, living every day not liking ourselves based on being conditioned from our history to not like ourselves. So it shows up in dry humor. It shows up in a lot of African American women as an attitude. It shows up in, you know, it's really despair, but it looks like, oh, she just got an attitude. It looks like, oh, he just quiet. He don't really talk to nobody, or he don't fuck with too many people. This is how it looks on us. It don't look how you see it look on other races and other cultures. It looks a certain way that these textbooks don't write that shit out. So it has you in a space where you sitting and you trying to figure out what's wrong with you, and you feel like, okay, I tried to go get help, but the shit ain't really, the stuff the lady telling me it ain't working. Of course it ain't working. Because that textbook shit, it don't line up with how the fuck we deal with it. It's a lot of us, you play all day, right? You play all day. Your life look crazy, but you play all day. It's just a coping mechanism to deal with being depressed. That's why you got all the jokes and dry humor in the world. When in all reality, we looking around, bro, you need to get your finances together. Damn, bro, you ain't checking on your kids. Damn, bro, you ain't checking on yourself. When the last time you went to the doctor? Every time you looking at the real life shit that a nigga should be seeing by, he ain't seeing about none of that. But he got all the jokes in the world, pull up every drink in the world, roll up every blunt in the world. This is what depression looks like. This is what fighting them demons be looking like. But see, the textbooks don't say that. It don't say all that constant comedy and dry humor and making everybody else laugh to avoid facing and confronting the fucked up shit in your life is a way that depression shows on people. The books don't say that. So you got to go talk to the lady. Trust me, I'm getting there. Because that's when you so preoccupied. You so like got stuff to do. But every time it's time to deal with some real shit, you got so much stuff to do, but all the stuff that you should be doing should be on this real shit that a motherfucker keep trying to point out to you. Some of y'all, you so busy. Busy doing nothing that got nothing to do with something. Depression. Severe anxiety. Then don't let y'all have children. Ooh, don't let y'all be one of them single mothers that in a unhealthy way attached to y'all children to where now it's codependency. Now you hooked on your kids like an addict. This is why a lot of y'all, the story of your life is, I live for my children. Everything I do it for my kids. Bitch, you were a person before you were a parent. Be fucking them kids up. A lot of y'all, you emotionally absent. You parent through material shit. So you feel like as long as I'm buying them stuff that is up to date with the designer trends and things like that, I'm a good parent. But you absent mentally. You're not present with these kids. All right. And we know it's all your baby daddy fault. We know. Y'all done rolled them stories so long. Bitches is having babies on purpose, knowing they finna be a single struggling mother just because they feel like y'all get so much sympathy off them stories. It's sickening. It's women right now, they know it. It's a bitch somewhere right now trying to fuck a nigga raw to be able to get pregnant, knowing that nigga ain't finna be there just so she can be able to have the same testimony y'all having because you glorified like it's doing some shit when it ain't. Shit's sad. But I know it's everybody else's fault. You mad at us. They ain't giving out enough stamps. They don't give a bitch enough free stuff. Ooh, it's the baby daddy fault. Girl, it's my mama's fault. She won't watch the kids. Y'all know I'm trying and y'all won't help. I can't understand why I be there for everybody and they don't be there for me. There's something wrong with everybody but you. We get it. We know. Story has been told for a long time. It's always the baby daddy fault. It's always somebody's fault. It's always the job did this. The people tried you with this. Oh, they won't let you do this. Won't nobody be there for you. This the you would think we back on the slave plantation all over the fuck again. The way a bitch blame everybody for everything. At no point do a nigga or a bitch sit down and evaluate. You know what? A lot of this shit I got going on, it came from the bullshit ass choices I was making. Them bitches I was hanging with, listening to my mama and them on certain shit, knowing they life didn't look nowhere near how I wanted my life to look. Sitting up making decisions off of emotions, not thinking stuff through, never looking at my bank account and how much I actually got and how disciplined I am or ain't with finances and shit. Never checking out any of this, just doing shit. Telling myself every day I know what I'm doing, posting shit and making it look like I got things figured out when I don't, and I gotta follow through with these lies that I told on the internet so people don't know I'm capped when they see me off the internet, overspending, undercaring. Everybody don't give a fuck because, you know, it ain't their fault anyway. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Nobody wants to be accountable that when I should have been studying, I was smoking. When I should have been home getting a better understanding of myself, I was out drinking. When I should have been pouring into me, I was pouring into a nigga. When I was fucking a bitch raw, I should have been somewhere in the mirror getting raw with myself. This is shit y'all skip over. Bitch don't never want to talk about this shit. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I was too busy crying and carrying on instead of communicating what the fuck was going on with me. Too busy being loud instead of speaking in a fucking inside voice tone exactly what the fuck's up. Too busy playing myself and playing with myself for another motherfucker to not play with me and take me serious. Because people treat you the way you treat yourself. You set the standard. So a lot of y'all don't even realize the sob story you got, it started with you. It's the reason why there's a lot of us, we don't deal with a lot of the fuck shit y'all deal with. It's not because we're better. We got things like boundaries and standards that we stand on and certain stuff that we don't do to ourselves. So we're not going to allow another motherfucker to do it to us. If I don't, you know, treat myself in this particular manner, you think I'm going to let another motherfucker? But if I do, it's going to feel comfortable. Even though I yell and scream out loud and get emotional that I don't want it, it's still going to be comfortable and familiar to my subconscious mind. Y'all don't understand that. You don't pour everything you got into you, but you want a nigga to give you everything. You not actually present for your children like you should be mentally, and you wonder why a nigga ain't showing up for you or them. You don't communicate what is actually mature and needed, so you wonder why you can't create a healthy co-parenting situation. You don't worry about what matters. You worry about what makes you feel better. Because, you know, that's a part of y'all story. As long as my emotions, or you better not try my feelings, or a bitch better not try me. And for some of y'all, everything is a try because you don't know how to manage your feelings. So everything that happens, you feel some type of way. So most of your decisions is based on a feeling. And this is why things keep getting uglier and uglier, even though your laces and your makeup and your car and the stuff you put on starts to get prettier and prettier. This too real for some of y'all. But just receive it with an open heart that we are not to blame for how your life look. When shit hit the fan from your choices, the lies you told. And I ain't talking about, like, because a lot of y'all, you genuinely believe I'm not a liar because I never cheated or lied in a relationship or some shit. The lies y'all tell be the ones about y'all finances, y'all discipline, y'all mental health state, y'all taking on more responsibility than what you could actually handle. These are the real lies. This is the shit that actually matters. The stuff y'all thinking I'm talking about, it's not. The lies you mad by that your baby mama told you about fucking another nigga or some shit, them not the lies I'm talking about. The fact that you still sat around for ages going along with a lot of fuck shit against yourself, alright. This the shit that a lot of y'all can't receive in y'all heart. Y'all done sat up so long and lied to y'allself in so many different ways that you can't even see it. You ever told a lie so long and so hard? By hard, I mean you built on that bitch. You built on it, so now you believe it. You done told the shit, and then you done made certain moves to support the lie that you told, that now you actually believe the shit. You got yourself tricked. It worked on other people, but the worst part of it is it worked on you. A lot of y'all sit up and all you do is mimic other people. So you give yourself a false sense of success. They bought that and they're successful, so I'm going to buy it too. They promoting themselves for this, so I'm going to go copy and promote myself for that. And I'm going to tell myself through mimicking their behavior that I'm doing better than what I'm actually doing. When in all reality, to be successful, it requires you to go sit down with yourself. Look at how you're moving with you. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, with your family, and with your resources. And resources are people, places, and things that support growth in you. Growth is getting uncomfortable. Some of y'all every day, your goal is to be as comfortable as possible. So you're trying to get as far away from growth as you can. You don't want nobody to make you feel some type of way. Or you don't want to be triggered. You don't want to be told about yourself. The people that don't go along with the shit that y'all be doing that don't make sense, you distance yourself from them. You want to talk to them less. You want to engage with them less and engage more with people that's in support of the fuck shit that is a reflection of why your mindset and your life is in the state that it's in right now. Fake. And like I said, open y'all heart up and y'all mind to receive that it's not our fault that you fighting the demons that you fighting. It's not the outside world's fault that you in the mental space, the physical space, the financial space that you in. The way that your life look is a reflection of your choices 1 to 3 years prior to this. Your choices. Your choices in people, your choices in how you treated yourself, your choices in the responsibilities that you decided to take on, your choices in what you chose to say out your mouth, what you chose to post, what you chose to engage in. See, y'all don't realize what you give focus to, what you put your attention on, it will grow. Message. So when you look at your life and you see what's big in your life, you see what's out of control in your life, you see what's covering everything in your life, you see what people are viewing you based on your reputation off of, chances are you gave attention to that. And that's why the fuck it's growing. If you put that much attention into the positive shit, right? Notice I ain't say comfortable, right? Positive shit. Positive shit can be uncomfortable. Positive shit can go against what feels like is the best for you in this moment. This is real accountability, real discipline, real understanding of self. That there is some things that feel like the right thing to do right now, but if I weigh it out with where I'm trying to go, it's not the right thing to do. It's some of y'all, you want us to feel sorry for you because you feel sorry for you. All the lying, all the cheating, all the, moving funny with yourself and with others, all the tolerating of bullshit from yourself and others. You want us to feel bad for how things look for you, but they look exactly how they're supposed to look. They look exactly like your choices. They look exactly like your mindset. They look exactly like your level of intellect. And when I say this, I mean your ability to be able to apply what you know to your life. There's a lot of y'all, you know a lot. But when we talk about the application of what you know to your life to actually grow, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Can't do it. It sounds cliche, like when a bitch say you got to be, uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. It sounds like some sort of motivational speaking quote or some shit. Nah, this shit real. This shit real. You want to change your viewpoint on life? You got to get down to business with looking at why do I view life the way I view it. This requires you to evaluate those that raised you, their decisions, where they got their mindset from, what are some things they taught you. Like when some of y'all done took Zooms with me, you realize, okay, I done asked you questions like, tell me in your family who showed you the first examples of a relationship. Just go back. Did your mama ever show you? Did your daddy ever show you, right? And then when y'all run through the examples of the relationships y'all seen as an adolescent or a child, they're nothing close to healthy. Nothing close to healthy. So now we fast forward, you 27, 35, 40, even 50 years old. How do you know how to do a healthy relationship when you never seen one? You was programmed as a young adult to believe and get familiar with this, whatever you saw as the example of a relationship. And y'all don't realize you repeat those ways. They show up one way or another in your life. And it's a reason why. It has to do with your subconscious mind. This involves you to get uncomfortable. A lot of y'all, you can't face generational curses because you don't ever want to believe that your mother or father were wrong about some of the shit they said or did. Some of y'all, like I told y'all on the live where y'all got real uncomfortable as women. Some of y'all, it's a lot of stuff you can't receive that I say about the world and men and women because you were only raised by a woman. So in your book, in your subconscious mind, you are already programmed to believe that women are more valuable than men because the only person that actually provided care to you while you were growing up was a woman. So when a man and a woman is put in front of you, you automatically gravitate towards the viewpoint, towards the opinion, towards the knowledge that's coming from a female over a male. And you don't even see that. That is why when I say certain stuff on my platform, y'all get triggered easily. And this is why you struggle to build relationships with a grown man. All of your care and respect towards raising children and changing or, accepting a certain viewpoint, you only are willing to be open about that towards a female. And it comes from how you were raised. To undo that, it requires you to get uncomfortable. And that's not y'all thing. For those of us that were raised with our fathers in our lives, or just men in general that were respected by the family, we've learned to respect the viewpoint of men and women equally. And we understand how the world actually works. It doesn't work the way our single mama raised us to believe it works. Men actually build the infrastructure and all of the things that keep shit functioning out in the world. Women birth and bring life about by choice, right? So the idea is the value in both are very important. But see, when you only grew up with one gender raising you, you don't realize I'm programmed to side with that gender in my subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind gravitates to what's familiar because it's what feels safe. So when I say stuff like, it's a lot of y'all women that you can never level with me in a conversation because you wouldn't be able to accept it or talk on a level that I talk on. Y'all get it. What she mean? People that didn't have their daddy is less valuable than her? Or what she mean? You can't receive it in, but it's facts. But y'all love to argue with facts. Exactly. Yeah, listen, your behavior is actually controlled by your subconscious mind. The shit that bitches think and niggas think control them, it's not. It's not. Some of y'all don't realize, and this might be too deep for y'all, but some of y'all don't realize this is why people that are narcissistic or predatorial, they know how to pick y'all out so easily. You go through what you go through over and over again, choosing the wrong people because there is beliefs in your subconscious mind that are attracted to mixing with somebody that has toxic ways, toxic attachment styles, manipulative personality traits, and things like that. It matches. It's familiar because your old girl was very manipulative when you were growing up. You had a lot of y'all, you were raised by a narcissist or a toxic parent or a parent that was absent emotionally. So you're actually attracted to, not when we ask you on the surface what you're attracted to, you actually attracted to emotionally absent people. So you get in relationships where you pour everything in physically, mentally, and emotionally. But the partner that you chose, meaning what you attracted, that's why you chose it, because you ain't never stopped to do no work on your mind. You attracted that. The partner that you attracted, they don't actually give shit. You give everything, they give nothing. And then you cry and blame the world for what is happening to you. But really, the solution lies within self. And this is some shit I can't explain to a lot of y'all because you're too emotional. You too in your feelings to receive anything other than it was the nigga or the bitch fault. Exactly. You will definitely act it out. Everything that you've been through is a reflection of what vibration you're on. You attracted it. This is the stuff that when y'all sit and listen to them trauma stories or you trauma bond, this is what a bitch don't tell y'all. If you look up and you've been getting your ass whooped in relationships for years, you're the problem. When you have sat around and you attracted nothing but liars and cheaters for years, this is your testimony, you're the problem. And this is hard for some of y'all to receive, right? Because you still got that adolescent mindset. Some of y'all, you never grew up from your emotional adolescence. Like you haven't reached an adult level of receiving things in and weighing them against what you feel, right? For those of y'all that you always end up in a relationship with a dumb bitch or a pussy asshole, in your words, there is something in you that is attracted to pussy assholes and dumb bitches. For those of y'all that got 2-3 kids from a fucking narcissist or a deadbeat ass nigga, there's a little bit of deadbeat in you, bitch, to be attracted to that over and over again over time. For a lot of y'all that you in a space where you getting controlled and ran over by bitches, there is some bitch in you, bro. Because if there was not, you wouldn't be attracted to that long enough for it to affect you the way that it affected you. You would have been when it found a solution for that shit. It's always easier and more comfortable to blame other people for what's happening in your life. They never take accountability for who they pick. Even when I speak to people that they are victims of, for example, domestic violence, right? And I'll be talking to a female that she was in a relationship and, you know, it went bad and a dude put his hands on her. You know, she finally got to a point for whatever reason and left. Few years later, she in another relationship with another man that put his hands on her. Now, you want to sit here and just talk about how all these niggas is wrong and somebody need to beat them up and lock them up. But really, the solution lies with you, sis. The minute you realize I'm the problem, the fact that I don't value me enough to get the fuck out of Dodge and educate myself, right, after the first situation on what the fuck made me comfortable to stick around past the first time I got knocked upside my head. This shows that I need to go and do some research on what the fuck I'm attracting and allowing. I need to treat me better so that I accept no less from another motherfucker. If I don't beat myself up, bitch, you're not gonna be beating me up. Now, bitch, you're not gonna tear me down. If I respect my own self enough to pour into me as I give to others, you're going to pour into yourself and give to this relationship as I do, or you can get the fuck. This is the stuff that y'all don't realize. The minute you start caring for your own skin is the minute that you will be 100% on point with other people doing the same. It's a lot of y'all dudes. You have one bitch play with you with your kids from her. Then you have some more kids. Then you let the other bitch play with you with your... At what point, sir, are you going to be accountable that I need to actually take action and step up as a man, not do what a bitch say? Stepping up as a man don't mean live up to the standards that my baby mama feel like I should live up to as a father. But no, stand on what the fuck I need to stand on. What I understand is the type of father I want to be. Set some boundaries and get an understanding for how I'm going to move for my children. Open my mouth to my children the same way these hoes sit around and open their mouth and manipulate the kids to believe that everything is all bad on the father's end of the spectrum. Like, a lot of y'all got to realize it ain't the bitches, it's you. As soon as you fix that bitch in you, you will be able to stand up and be a man, and bitches won't play with you. This shit ain't rocket science. Everything that you attract, it aligns with something that's already in you. Soon as you teach a hoe to stop playing with you, a hoe will stop playing with you. Soon as you step up and stand on what you believe you should stand on as a man, is the minute your mind will start operating like a grown man. But see, a lot of y'all, you was raised by a single mother. So, watch this. When I talk about there is something in you that's attracted to that shit from that pussy ass baby mama you got, or that pussy ass hoe you had kids with, that's doing you a certain type of way, you... My boy, you got to come to grips that you might have been raised by a pussy asshole. Or the person that raised you might got some pussy asshole ways. And them pussy asshole ways that you familiar with in your subconscious mind, it match with your baby mama pussy asshole ways. So guess what? This is why the fuck y'all aligned for a good amount of time. This is why you was over there going along with and acting comfortable with and being cool with that pussy asshole shit. And this is just me keeping it all the way real with you. I know how y'all is about y'all mama. Y'all don't want to hear no truth. Just the only thing that matches with everything looking good. They definitely are. A lot of us were raised by narcissistic, manipulating mothers that were very loving in the sense of providing and doing what they had to do. And for a lot of y'all women, it's the same. You watched your mama handle your daddy like a pussy ass nigga. So guess what? In your subconscious mind, you familiar with handling niggas like a pussy ass nigga. Even though you never actually did it yourself. Ooh, you so comfortable with it, girl, because you watched your old girl do it. So now when you in situations where it's time to actually consider your child's father's opinion or viewpoint about something with the child, you think it's all tied to a dollar or your feelings, right? But raising children don't got a fuck thing to do with your feelings or what type of dollar you always need. There are plenty of people that grew the fuck up in households where money was not a problem and they grew up to be a fucking problem mentally and emotionally. They wrecked the fuck out even though they was in designer all their motherfucking life. Some of y'all, you're familiar with trying to handle grown men. And see, the idea is grown men, not the ones that your mama tried to show you was a grown man, not them niggas that allowed her to do that pussy ass shit she did to them, but grown men, they're not going to let you do that. So guess what you won't attract when you get older? Guess what type of daddy or stepdaddy your kids won't have? Not a mature one. You're going to get the same type of pussy ass nigga that your mama taught you to handle. Because the type of nigga she was dealing with, they were tolerable of that type of behavior that she displayed with men. Grown men that are actually mature and disciplined and they actually have goals for themselves and a purpose for their life. They don't let hoes just talk to them any kind of way. A woman does not rule over them and a bitch don't sit around and tell them what to do with their children or what type of father to be. Those are the men that you guys are familiar with based on how you were raised. So your kids will never experience what it feels like to have a mature man around that could actually stand on his choices without you mothering him. And you could thank your old girl for that. Don't be mad at us. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. This is the stuff even y'all grandma won't tell y'all, and she know it to be true. Don't shake your head, nod your head. Don't shake it, nod it. Definitely facts. A lot of us did it all wrong. The best part about life is when you realize you've been doing something wrong, you can make it right. You make it right by self-development, self-care, pouring into you, confronting yourself the way that y'all used to confronting bitches in the streets and niggas in the streets. See about yourself. Check yourself. It's a beautiful feeling when you can wake up and walk out into the world on your job, with your children, in a relationship, with friends, and be your authentic self. A lot of y'all don't know what that feel like. You've been carrying the weight of being fake for so long. Get that shit off your back. It's free to be real. All you gotta do is be willing to be uncomfortable. That's all it costs. It costs you being uncomfortable. It costs you to get out of your comfort zone in order to really grow. The first step is to admit you got a problem. It be killing me nowadays how many people want to tell a woman how to be a real woman or a man how to be a real man. But if you ask them about their old girl or their daddy, they ain't never seen an example of a real woman or a real man. Not no mature one. Nobody's perfect, but they ain't even seen a bitch that actually show up enough, not financially all the time. Offered them some logic and some real life lessons. They don't even know one of them, but or a real man. Get your ass out of here. Show me your daddy. Let me see your birth certificate. Did your mama put your daddy on the birth certificate? Can you call your daddy right now and talk to him? What male role models do you have? Let me meet your mama. Let me see what type of mindset she got. Because you ain't finna tell me how to be a real bitch and you weren't even raised by a real bitch. How the fuck you gonna tell me how to be a real man and bitch you don't even know one? And your mama don't neither. You or your mama couldn't line up two real niggas if y'all life depended on it. But you gonna tell me what the fuck I need to do with our children in order to be a real nigga or a real bitch. Get your ass out of here, bitch. We all out here trying to figure it out day by day. A lot of y'all done lost y'all rabbit ass minds. And a lot of y'all that haven't lost your rabbit ass mind, you just don't got enough courage to stand up and say what I'm saying. You listen to the motherfuckers that lost their rabbit ass mind. You know how many motherfuckers I do one-on-ones with, especially men. They around here telling me what their baby mama said. Then when I asked them about their baby mama, what education level she got, what success has she created in life, what has she done in life besides push some babies out her pussy from fucking on you, it ain't much of nothing. And you finna sit on the phone and recite to me what she said. Nigga, you's a bitch. If you don't get your ass up and figure out what type of father you want to be, go take a parenting class. Go read a book. Go take a Zoom course with Love Dorsey online. Go read up on what you need to be doing as a man to contribute to your children growing up to be productive members of society. Instead of sitting on the phone telling me about what a pussy-ass ghetto hoe told you about what you need to give her or how much you need to show up for the kids based on her standards. Fuck that bitch standards. She don't even know a real nigga. If a nigga paid her to buy, go find one. Ain't fucked one, wasn't raised by one, mama couldn't show her one. Get the fuck out of here. And all you niggas, y'all be the same way. Y'all females be sitting around talking about what a nigga said and all of this shit. He wasn't even raised by a real bitch. The hoe that raised him flawed just like him. He damn near a bitch. And you on the phone talking about what him and his mama said. Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up and figure it the fuck out, sit down and look at the things you want to improve upon with yourself as a mother, as a woman, as an individual, as an adult. You keep reciting what a bitch done told you about what you ain't doing right. What did you tell yourself you needed to improve on? You know you better than anybody. You sit around talking about what a bitch ass nigga and his po ass mama done fucking said. I wouldn't give a fuck if she was a nurse. Bitch, fuck the nurse and him, ho. What do you need to improve on? Y'all motherfuckers crazy as hell. Be letting the dumbest, poets-minded motherfuckers tell y'all what to do. Fuck out of here. That shit be irking me. It's the easiest way to get cursed out on a one-on-one. He said, and then his mama said, and then you think I should let the girl. Your mind is so caught up on what the fuck they saying and they doing. Could you just go get out in life and improve you and stop worrying about what the fuck is going on over there? Just make sure your children have access to both parents. Because when you don't, they're statistically behind. Other than that, shut the fuck up. Y'all worry too much about the other side instead of worrying about your side. You know so much about the motherfucking ops and know nothing about yourself. To the point where you done created ops out of people that don't even fucking matter. Yes, they be paying to get cursed the fuck out. And when I tell you to be the best cursing you ever fucking get, when you get off the phone, that shit sticks. And you can text 678-965-0698. You can get in the Zoom tomorrow on relationships. You can book yourself a one-on-one. You can book an in-person one-on-one. You can get ready to come to the event I'm having on relationships in Texas, or you can come to the one that I'm having in Atlanta on business, especially business for women. Because a lot of y'all need to get out these niggas' face and get on y'all motherfucking job. The funny part about this is I'm dead ass serious. Houston, Texas first, back in Atlanta again, and then I think Chicago is after that. Houston. And don't get it twisted. I cuss just like this in person. So if you can't take being cussed out on the live, bitch, don't show up in front of me. Because I ain't going to spare you. I'm not your mama. I'm not your grandma. I'm not your baby daddy. And I'm definitely not none of y'all kids that y'all run out y'all refrigerator every day because y'all feel like that's the only thing that matter. I know Atlanta is September. Houston is July. I'm just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. I definitely got to come to Charlotte because I got some bitches in Charlotte. I fuck with Charlotte, North Carolina. I think I'm gonna pull up at Miami next week. I don't know. I might be doing one-on-ones down there. Somebody to my go to every city at this point. Every city, everybody be to my come to their city. Y'all barely could take me on these lives. What you said, love helped me realize all the things I was doing wrong. I'm so much better now. I'm gonna tell you something. You're welcome. The best thing about you recognizing and fixing shit that you figured out was wrong, there is something liberating and mentally freeing about knowing that I fixed me because I knew me was a problem. Not because somebody else told me, but I sat and received some key information that helped me realize that I needed to improve me. I'm not improving me because of somebody else. I'm not improving me because, you know, I'm trying to live for somebody else, not even my fucking kids. I'm improving me because I know it's necessary to be me. I know it's necessary to be the highest form of me. I know that I need to show up for me first before I could ever show up for anybody else. Definitely. Exactly. Y'all know it's a little